I'm very lucky to be amongst such a wise group. They're even wiser than me.
Right, I bet. Well,
I'm the dumb northern one in the group, you know.
last rock and roll question. Like, when you look in the past and you see people like the Janis Joplins and the Jim Morrisons, and is that rock and roll image of, or the Ozzy Osbournes? I don't know. I could go on and on.
Yeah,
of
sure.
the I'm going to be a rock and roller and I'm going to just be totally messed up as well. And like, is that gone where we're going to see these people? Because every musician that's successful that I've spoken to, they all work hard. They're all usually completely sober.
Yeah.
They're all like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, what happened in the past? Do you think that was an anomaly of the past with the music business, or?
I reckon you'd be surprised how much of a front that was. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I know people that, go on stage with JD bottle full of apple juice. It's just a front that this rock and roll has to live on, and we do this, we do that, and we stay up all night, we do that. Some people do. I'm not saying they don't, but and credit to them if they could outdrink. We used to go out and try and be that and drink and this and that and whatever. But there becomes a point where you can't do it anymore. You're like, I've got to sort my life out, and we realised that when a couple of my boys checked into rehab.
Right, yeah.
We hit it too hard. We did too much. We can't carry on like this. And we're learning so much more about nutrition and health, and there's all this new music that is associated with being, looking good and feeling good. And I look at it. When me and the boys, we look at ourselves as athletes. I don't want to go up there, feel like shit, and perform like shit. I want to go up there, putting 100%, 150% into it with maximum focus. And I think, credit to them, but if they could do it high as a kite, it was more psychedelic. The music was like about a bit more about it back then, but nowadays, it's more about for us personally. It's about being more focused and on it and delivering something that's, great. I mean, I wish I could get high and just sit back and listen to some music, but you don't do that anymore. My mum was a bit of a hippie. She travelled to Morocco on her own and did all that, and she taught me a lot about it. And I suppose that you'd be surprised. There's a lot of front to it. There's a lot of it's talked up, I think, but there is people that do that as well. Right.
It sounds like you're such a perfectionist, and all of you guys are, that if the product starts to suffer, then you're going to be like, what the hell are we doing?
That's what it is with us. Yeah, as soon as it starts to suffer, like we'd hate it to. And someone not turn up because they've had such a heavy night the night before. And if we do have a heavy night, we're in there and we're laughing about it. Oh, I'm hanging. Yeah, you are. This, that. We try and, again, we are perfectionists, and we're quite military about our rehearsal time. I've been pretty military about my guitar playing. I didn't watch TV. I'd practice and practice and practice. I was a better guitar player back then than I was now, and than I am now.
That's the theme of this show. Hard work pays off.
Totally.
It's also one of your cognitive biases, as Ty says. You're making it work for you. So you're using fear, one of the big biases, of not performing, and the social anxiety or proof to make you work hard.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're making it work for you.
100%.
As opposed to letting it.
I used to carry my guitar around at school and got spat on for it, got bullied for it. And there's so many people that just give up just to make money. If somebody's really talented, they've got to carry it on. They've got to believe in themselves. They've got to visualize themselves playing Wembley Arena. Don't visualize yourself playing the pub. Visualize yourself playing, Wembley, Ultra Arena, and don't be satisfied until you get there. No, stay on your mate's couch. It's about the journey, And
is that the advice you give to the young musicians that are watching? Because you said you want to kind of send a message out to people that want to be in the business. Is that it? To visualize and think big?
Think big. For me personally, I just always have someone you look up to. Mine was Springsteen. I said, I just want to do that. I want to do that. I visualized it, and I stuck with it. I was impatiently patient for 12 years now, and I've only just conquered one of what I visualized as a kid was playing Hyde Park.
Right.
60,000 people, and it took me 11 years to do that. The problem is with music is that there is part of it being right place, right time. And there's also part of it half talent, half work. You can have the talent and you can just sit on a couch and not get anywhere. But talent isn't enough these days. You've got to have the talent and you've got to work hard at it. Get yourself out on YouTube, get your talent out. And if something's good, it will make it. That's you know, if you're good at it, become a master at it, and don't let anybody see it until you're a master at it.
Okay, so don't release any garbage. Make sure you're
No,
mastered
I'm a massive culprit of that. Like
Okay.
I will produce something and I get so excited. Like I'll do a dance track, and you know, I did a dance track and I played it out. I did one on the Thursday, and I played it out when I DJ'd in Cardiff. I played it out on the Friday, just for fun, you know, because you can do. But
And
it
how
wasn't
was it?
really
Was it-
finished. I mean, everyone was loving it, but
Right.
you know, I'm so pumped about playing a song to somebody that's hardly finished. But don't put it out. If you're a new up and coming, you know, don't put it out until it's the best sounding, lyrically, performance and production.
Okay.
And then you get the wow factor, because people don't think of it like, oh, I can hear how it would sound. It's got to sound and you know, visually be what it's going to be. That's what I believe anyway.